All right, so the next formation we're going to take a look at is going to be this Y off trips weak. In particular, these are going to be the audibles. The shock H option, this is a play that I've used numerous occasions last year. Basically, tackle trap is a really good play. It's got a nice little pulling action. And then we're going to have this quick short post. And then this play is money, which is the zig fork forks. The quick fork zig. This will basically allow you to hit your opponent underneath. This is going to be a lot of underneath stuff, but you also have the shock option to stretch the ball vertically. Let's just go ahead and jump into the running play, which is going to be right here. So the running play we're going to have is this tackle over, and you can see we got that green box. You've got the tacker that's going to be sliding over. This really allows you to basically go ahead and run the ball off to the right side, but it also gives you some blocking on the inside. I've had some pretty good success with it. I haven't really looked at the blocking screen too much, but I want to kind of show this to you. Now, the shock H option is a play that I actually put into my scheme primarily for cover 3 match spammers. And how I like to watch this is I like to look at the side of the field. If I get maybe 1 or 2 defenders that I got to look at on the left side with Moore and with Swift, that's going to be an area I'm going to go and look to. But you can see I've got basically 4 defenders to two wide receivers, where I've got basically 3 on 3 right here on the right side. So what's cool about this is that you do get these option routes where the guys will actually sit down. That streak by the tight end got filled up. We're going to go and streak this guy up. Watch how the number that's the single high safety kind of goes there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and look to this concept. So I've got easily first downs with this, and it really forces people to over defend with a simple split the field in half type of a concept. So let me kind of show you what I'm looking at. Basically, I'm watching this defender out here and seeing what he does. If he slides out and defends his curl, I'm going to go ahead and hit this running back route underneath, because usually these guys have to kind of put a drop zone right in the middle of the field. So if that happens, I'm going to go ahead and just check it down to the running back if the guy slides out. Now, if this guy just basically stays in the running back, this little curl is going to be wide open unless it's press coverage. So that's what I love about shock option. Is a play. So let's go ahead and jump into it one more time. Streak it up once again. So you can see he gets that little curl route. It's just a nice little curl route that you can hit against your opponent and actually pick up some pretty easy yards. Now let's go ahead and see if we can get over the top of the coverage. Yeah, there you go. Come on, throw it. There you go. So that's one of the reasons why I have this concept on the backside. Is just it gets over this coverage. And typically what I'll do is I'll watch to see if I can throw this and get it wide open. You can see how this guy manned up and got over the top of it. But for some particular reason, this route still gets over the top of the coverage. It just kind of dumbs up the defenders. And if you get a good throw, you can complete that and actually get yourself a one-play touchdown. So that's why I leave this play in. I find that shock option is really good. I don't necessarily look to the little stick route, but it is a check down that you can throw to that little spot route on the backside. Now, all the underneath stuff with this is going to be this play right here. This is how I like to set this up. Really, it's about working that slot defender or that slot wide receiver. I'm trying to go and just hit that little route right there, because it's going to kind of build off of that previous play. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. And if I get the leverage, I'll do that. And then basically, if I don't like the leverage, I'm going to go ahead and throw the deep comeback route on the backside of it. So I've got a little pass coverage, or I got a little block shed going with the offensive line. But I'm going to go ahead and take that, even if it's just a couple yards. I want to go ahead and keep my opponent guessing on that particular concept. So I'm going to set this up once again. All right, so basically got myself a nice little route right there. You could streak up the tight end to kind of give your opponent, just kind of little guessing games. But this is why I do the deep comeback route. I want to be able to come back to that and actually do that if the defender is covered over the top. So I'm going to set this up once again. You've also got the hitch on the other side, which if I would have had the hitch by the tight end over the middle of field, that would have made it a little bit more difficult for a defender to stop that. But here's this is the reason why you have the deep comeback route. That's why you do that if you got man coverage and everybody's picked up. The last play you're going to take a look at is going to be the zig fork. This is a play that I really look at the right side of the concept. And all I'm going to do is just watch if it's man coverage. If it's man coverage, I'm just going to throw this tight end route on the outside. That's going to be the area where I'm going to go with it. Because that your route will actually do that. If it's zone coverage, these guys will actually go ahead and float up. So let's see if it's zone. Okay, see how it's zone? Now you got this route that's just wide open. So this is a glitchy route, a glitchy play that basically kind of glitched out the defenses, and it was really hard to defend. But as you can see, he's not actually getting off his route very clean. Let's see if we can get Burden over the middle of the field. No. Okay, but here we go. So you can actually go ahead and get that little completion right there. So I like this particular concept. If I got off coverage and just the wide receivers on an island more on the left side, I can use that little whip. Oh God, I had him wide open just to get rid of the ball. I drifted a little bit with my quarterback. I have a tendency to go ahead and drift and do that. So let's go ahead and see if we can get that. Can. So this is a really good play to go ahead and just throw against your opponent. So do like this a lot. I think this is just a really good concept that you can do against your opponent. And basically go ahead and get your opponent for some huge opportunities and plays down the middle of the field. So let's jump into the last formation.